Hello traders, this is live trading of the SPXL Day Trading Plan. This is trade number 45. Normally in just a few minutes you would be watching me close out a trade for either a profit or a loss. Today, this has only happened 2 other times out of 45 trades, but our max loss was hit, which is absolutely fine. That is in the plan, and the reason why we have the max loss is to avoid catastrophic losses. This is a very small loss, and we'll look at where the stop loss was, how much we lost, what it's done to the results so far after 45 trades. But just in case you're new here, the SPXL Day Trading Plan trades a 3 times leveraged ETF called SPXL, and that tracks the S&P 500. But if the S&P 500 goes up 1%, this goes up 3%. If the S&P 500 goes down 1%, this will go down 3%. So the extra volatility there is great for day trading, not so much for long-term holding. So make sure you understand that. Now, this plan we backtested starting at the beginning of the year, 2022, and you could see that we had a huge drop-off in the market during that period, but this plan proved profitable even during that downturn, even though it's a long bias plan, meaning that all of the trades are taken with the hope that the price goes up and we make a profit. So I think that the fact that it was profitable during this big downturn is pretty powerful, and that made me want to forward test it, and I started forward testing it on May 25th. So right around here, and you can see what's happened since then is the market has been basically choppy, has moved kind of sideways inside this range. And today was a really interesting day because there was a huge sell-off around 2 p.m. and that happens sometimes depending on what news is released or what White House says or whatever. And today was one of those days, and that's why we have max losses in place just in case something like that happens. We're not always triggered into trades on those days, but today we were because you could see that this daily candle made a new high and our trade was triggered. We were in the trade, and let's go down to a shorter time frame and I'll kind of show you what happened here. First, let's kind of scale this so that it looks a little bit more like what we expect. So this is around the market open. And as we normally expect at the market open, there is always a lot of kind of choppiness, wide-ranging candles. We see that here. This is 9:30 Eastern time, and a lot of uncertainty, and things kind of settle down. They go back down to basically the low of day. Let me unlock. Actually, no, we are unlocked. I'll show you where our position was. Let's see here. So this is where we were triggered. I believe the price was somewhere around $68 and change. I don't know exactly at the moment, but actually I do. Hold on one second. Here it is, 68.28. Sorry about that. So 68.28. I should have put a line out there earlier. Let's go ahead and do that now, just so we can see exactly the price level that our trade was triggered at. So this is the candle we got triggered right at the open, and you can see what happened, and it came down below our position, but then proceeded to go higher, back down, just basically oscillating around. And then look what happened here at 2 o'clock. Huge sell-off. These candles are big over here. These are big candles, but look at this thing over here. I mean, this just looks ridiculous, like one of those Wojak cartoons that you see. And this thing just kept going down and down and down. And luckily, we have a hard stop in place because who knows how low these things can go. And this is the candle that we got stopped out on at 656. We got stopped out right here, and that was based off of the previous day low. If the price goes down below there, I don't want anything else to do with the trade. And today would have been a very difficult trade if you didn't have a trading plan and the discipline to follow it, because you may have been tempted to get back in right after that huge flush because that was a crazy sell-off, thinking that, well, things are going to bounce back, and they did actually bounce back. But what happened a little bit later, they actually bounced back and made new all-time highs for the day. And then let's go to the right a little bit. What happened after that? They sold right back off again. So let's say, for example, if I would have jumped it back into this trade, which I didn't, because you can see my last order right here, and there's no other thing showing you of an order existing. And you can see what happened is that it came back down to where our stop loss was. It would have stopped us out and continued lower, and this is where we are right now. There's still 30 seconds left in the trade day, and this thing is still trading below its previous day low. So anyway, the moral of the story is that you need to go into every single trade with a plan and stick to it, and and always take your stop losses. Now, this is not the end of the video. This sounds like my normal outro. We're going to look at the spreadsheet first before we wrap this up. But just wanted to show you how crazy of a day this was. I mean, this chart just looks ridiculous when you scale out. I mean, this price action here looks horizontal when you compare it to these crazy moves that we saw toward the end of the day. So good thing that, I'm not trading based off of emotion. I just have a plan and I just stick to it, and that's it. And we'll be back to trade this thing again tomorrow if we get triggered. So let's take a look at the spreadsheet for now, and we'll see what the results of, I kind of gave it away right there, but this is the trade right here, number 45. Today is the 21st. We got in at 68.28. We sold at 65.56, and we lost $2.72 per share. So it was definitely not our largest loss. This was a max stop. So let me just copy and paste this because I like to keep track of those. This is only the third time that our max stop was hit. There was the first time right there. First time, second time, and third time out of 45 trades. Not too bad. Normally, even if our trades are losing, we get to bring the stop loss up at the end of the day and reduce our loss. But today, obviously, that did not happen. And it's a good thing that stop loss was there, because you see that the price just went lower and lower, and we would have just added to that loss, it looks like, by a couple of dollars. So that's significant. Actually, yeah, a couple of dollars and change, $2.30 or something like that. So we could have easily doubled our loss if we would have just held on to this thing and hoped that it did something by the end of the day. That obviously didn't happen. So we're down to $15 P&L, but we are still profitable. This is what the P&L curve looks like. Here's where we started. Here's where we are now. So still in a nice overall uptrend. This was a big drawdown for one day, but not really a big drawdown overall. And it looks like we're going to survive this just fine. So we're just going to keep trading this. This is trade number 45 out of 82 total trading days. We've taken 45 trades. Our P&L is $15 per share. Our win rate is 64.44%, which is almost identical to our back-tested win rate. 29 wins, 16 losses. Average cost based on the price per share of these trades, $77.29. Our ROI based on that is almost 20% still. And average loss, $1.93. Average win, a little bit lower, $1.61. But our win-loss ratio is exactly what we got in our back-tested results. So that is from our back-tested results, and this is our actual results. So pretty interesting there. And other than that, that's everything. So let me know if you had any questions. How did you guys do today? The S&P was just nuts. I'm sure the whole market was crazy this afternoon. But luckily, I don't really worry about that. I just have my trading plan, and I just do what it says and collect the data and find out if things work after 100 trades. So we still have 55 more trades. Sorry, 55 more trades to go. So quite a bit less there. 55 more trades to go before we get to 100 trades, and then we can decide, what we want to do from that point. Looks like we're going to just keep doing the same thing because everything is working out really well so far. So, but I still want to see what happens in those next 55 trades. That's more than halfway to go. So let me know if this video is helpful to you. If it was, hit the like. If you haven't done so already, subscribe. As always, go into every single trade with a plan. Stick to that plan no matter what. Always take your stop losses, honor your profit target, and in the long run, you should be green. Take care.